In today's repair video, I'm looking at a 6-inch crease on the front door of this BMW M4. So we're going to go through a couple of different methods involving glue pulling, bars from behind and plenty of tap down work. So stay tuned. For today's repair, I'm using the elimadent V3 Lite, and I've gone for a hybrid lens, so half lines, half fog. Now as you can see, we've got quite a crown there, so we've got the main vertical dent that runs down from the impact. So the first thing I'm going to do is start releasing the tension and tapping down that crown. So I've moved my line border up to really kind of show those lines pinched together, and just with a root beer tap down, plenty of patience, just starting to release the tension and tap down that crown. Now if you haven't done so already, you can subscribe to our channel. So just below this video you can hit the subscribe icon, you can hit the little bell for notifications, and you'll be updated every time we release a new video. Now I'm choosing to use the gangrene tabs from Black Plague PDR with a robo lifter combination. Now what I'm trying to do here is reduce the overall dent size pretty quick, so I could get access from behind with the bars and the rods, but due to the kind of size of the dent and that shape, I really want to try and take out some of the depth for it as quickly as possible. So I'm using the gangrene tabs. These are the crease tabs, the smooth series, and with that robo lifter it's a killer combination. I can really create a lot of force and pull out that metal. Now there's a couple of times where I do pull it perhaps a little bit high, but that's part of the process for me. I like to bring the damage out, make sure I've fully lifted the lows, and then I can tidy it up with a bit of knockdown work to really kind of level out the lines. So my first two pulls pulled out quite a lot of that dent. You can really see those lines pinched together. But this third pull, I pulled it just a little bit too far. Now thankfully not too far that I couldn't save it, but I just have to spend a little bit more time on the tap down process than I originally planned. So it really goes to show the power you can create with that combination between those tabs and that lifter. So having a hybrid lens, I can flick here between the fog and show the shadows, and then quickly switch over to the lines and show the distortion in the lines. So hopefully for you fog users, it kind of gives you an indication of the damage. Now I'm going to be using lines to fix the repair, it's just my preference, it's what I understand. But hopefully you can pick up some of the damage both in the reflected lines and also in the fog side of the board. So now that I've reduced the kind of depth and of the dent itself, it's more about some fine tuning now. So there's less work to do with the bars from behind. Thankfully I can get to nearly all of this dent from the inside. So I'm going to start off by setting up my whale tail. Now this is the Dentcraft whale tail, fairly common, fairly standard, and it's just got a really nice kind of flat tip on the end. So I'm going to set this up with my window protector board and my wedge, and basically sliding that tool all the way down, and that bottom tip of the whale tail itself is going to sit into the side impact bar. That side impact bar is going to give me just the right leverage I need to be able to start picking out some of the lows. So as we zoom in, we can take a quick look and just see the end of that tool working on the panel. And you can see by those lines pinching together where the tip is on the inside. So I'm going to speed up this process, but for the full broken down tutorial, you can visit us online at learnpdronline.com. And now I'm switching to this hockey stick bar from BLE Tools. So I really like these door bars, it's a really strong steel and I can really get in, get that leverage I need. This time I'm working just above the impact bar. So the whale tail was ideal for creating me some leverage against the side impact bar between the door skin. And with this hockey stick bar, I'm now working above the side impact bar. And I'm starting at the top of the dent and just working my way down. And once again, you can see those lines pinched together, and I'll speed up this process. And it really kind of shows the movement across the panel and just what I'm trying to do in bringing those lines closer together. And then upon assessment, we can see this high spot here. So this is where the lines pinch together, and this is a high spot created by my tool from the inside. It's part of the process for me bringing out the repair. So with a different tap down, I'm able just to kind of tap the high spot back down again until those lines read true. You can just pick up here that there is a slight low. So that is the section that I'm now going to be working on. Again, using the same hockey stick bar, I can get behind and just start easing out that damage. And as we reach those finishing stages, I'm just tapping down the highs, picking out some of those lows, really making sure that these lines read true and we follow that natural curve and that contour of the door skin. Now I've left some tool marks from my tap down, so we're going to finish this with a compound hand polish. This repair itself probably took about an hour, hour and a half to do start to finish. So if you're interested in watching the full broken down detailed tutorial running through the tools, the techniques and the methods to remove this door crease, you can visit us online at learnpdronline.com. I'm Tom, thank you for watching.